Hello YouTube, it's SWLA Mech 84. This is part 2 to my last update video. It's going to be pretty short. I'm not feeling too great, so I'm just going to come spend about a half hour out here, and then I'm going to go back in. Now it's time for me to bore the hole in my end cap that I'm working on. And I think I'll clear, but the minimum hole in this boring bar is pretty close to where I need to be. So I've already making one pass, and some chips I believe got caught in between there, so I'm gonna make another small pass. I'm pretty close to my thread diameter that I need to be at. So I'm just gonna make a really fine feed pass here and then look at it and take a measurement. Okay, well that clears. So I'm gonna take a measurement on that. And I've learned how to use my snap gauges a little bit better now. Thanks to some of the comments from my viewers. Tighten it up while it's still at an angle, then pull it down and out. So I picked that up, and that's giving me much better results than used to. I'm just going to check my 1 inch here. I haven't used this 1 inch caliper yet, so I'm just going to check it with its standard that it came with. Okay, and it needs a little bit of adjustment. You can see the 0 is not quite on. So I'm just going to adjust that 0. Okay, now my 0 line is dead on. And now I can see what my snap gauge tells me. Okay, that's telling me 0.816. Go ahead and do another one here. And I don't have an inside micrometer for that small. I'll probably order one. I just don't have one yet. Or that told me something different, so I'm going to go use my guesstimators to give me another reference here. It's telling me 8/16. So I'll give this another shot. I'm used to using that 3 to 4. Now this little 1 is awkward. Well, the first reading I got was 8/16, and I've gotten 3 other readings at 8/14 and 8/15. This little bitty one's kind of difficult to use. Another one 8/14. Let me see if I got another size. Yep, that's the size for it right there. Alright. Oh, there's still a little grit in there. That might be it. Well, it's 8/13, 8/14. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go with 8/14 because I'm gonna be using this tool to compare the piece that's going to be going in here. So comparatively, as long as I'm measuring with this tool and I get the same delta, the same difference on there, then it should fit. I'm going to check it. I have another 1 inch micrometer. It's one that I don't really care for, but it's a big fancy digital one. It's a Chicago brand. It's kind of cheesy. I mean, it rattles. Anything that rattles, I don't know. You know, if I would have designed that, I'd have felt bad about it. Well, and it says 814 too. So, I guess I'll go with 814. And this is another stupid feature of this thing. You know, that it stays on there until it's not moved for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. So every time I open the box, that thing, the numbers are up. Not my favorite tool. I also have one that I do like. I picked up secondhand. This is a 1 to 2 inch, and it's a Fowler. A little bit higher quality than that Chicago thing. And it comes in the old school slide top box. Gotta like that. Okay, so I'm at 814. I need to go to 8. I need to go to 830. So I got 16 thousandths to take off. So I'm gonna move my dial. I'm only gonna take half. And on these passes, I've been getting into the habit that each time I make an adjustment, I lock my cross feed and it gives me better results, I think. So I need to take 16 thousandths. I'm going to take 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to take half. That way I can sneak up in increments. And like I said, I'm not doing any kind of, I'm not going to run any kind of cutting oil in there. And these inserts for this boring bar were specifically for stainless steel, so it does leave a pretty good finish. Put a little finer feed and run that again. Alright, that's a nice finish. That's a mirror finish in there. I don't know, let's see if I can, I got my autofocus off. That's a mirror finish. I love that boring bar. That thing turns very good. Anyway, that's a mirror finish in there. Really like it. Alright, well this one shows 821. That's closer to what I was expecting. Really gotta get some inside mics for this size now. I'm spoiled on the other ones. $824. 821.5. 822, and that's what I was expecting, 822, because that gives me another 8 thousandths. I was only supposed to take 16 off. I took half of it, and I was at 814. 16 would have taken me to 830. I took 8, so I should have been at 822, because then another 8 would bring me to 830. So 822 is good for me. Do it one more time. 822. Alright. This time I'm going to take 7 thousandths off, just to leave me some room. 2, 4, 6, 7. In case I did read everything wrong. Alright, now this is a perfect example when you need to have safety glasses on for the, even though I'm taking super fine cuts with a really fine feed, since this part is so short, every piece is flying through, being sucked in from the air of the chuck and being thrown out from this 600 RPM rotating piece here after it's being hit by these jaws. And it's like a little sandblasting machine. I got pieces in my mouth, up my nose. Because I'm trying to watch along the side here to see when the borer bar sticks out the back. It's a good thing to have safety glasses on. Always have your safety glasses on. And I think you can see from the video that I barely looked out with the minimum bore on that boring bar. That's probably like an 8125 minimum bore. And I'm an 830, so I cut that pretty close. Of course, I didn't plan it that way. I just ordered the boring bar because it was pretty and shiny and I liked it, so, and it was cheap. Okay. And this pass-through bore right here is for the threads. That end cap is going to mount on the barrel of the gun. And it's going to have a profile in it kind of like that. So there's going to be a shoulder on it. It's going to have a shoulder register like every other connection I'm making. The very first part of it is going to be bigger. But I'm boring all the way through at my thread diameter because I'm going to bore this out bigger for my shoulder, for my register. Only about a half depth or so. But I'm going to go ahead and take care of the thread diameter now. So this diameter here is not super critical because if I'm off by 1,000, I can adjust it with my thread height. But I'm not just saying it's not super critical because I missed it. I actually did get it. I'm right on. I'm a couple of tenths over, so I'm 830 and some change. I can live with that. That's really good enough for what I wanted. And I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. So you can see here I have my finished bore. I wish it would focus. There we go. I have my threaded bore here. Well, not threaded, but that is my major diameter for my threads, or my minor diameter, whichever one it is. And the next thing I'm going to do is come in and open this bore up and bore in for, I don't remember the distance, but only a fraction of the thickness of the tube. That way I can have a register. Alright, well that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll get this next part up in the next few days.